This is your instructions on how to create the first aid station sign using Google SketchUp. So as usual, I'm gonna go ahead and delete our little fellow here, and I'm gonna go to the top view, and I'm gonna put it into a parallel projection view. All right, so our base of this object is 4 12 inches long, 7 inches tall. So you have to zoom in close enough to make this, and watch your numbers at the bottom. All right, so you can go ahead and actually type those numbers in. Did you 12, comma 7, and a button. All right, so now we're gonna give it a little thickness by using push pull, a half an inch. So just gonna type in 0.5. It's gonna give it a half an inch. Now, to keep from joining the rest of these things together, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and group this as one piece. And that way, if I move it around or something happened, then it's not gonna mess that up. All right, so next we're gonna do our other piece that is gonna be on top of it. It's gonna be 5.5 square. So I'm gonna just do it off to the side. So I'm gonna do 550, 50. All right, and this one I'm just gonna push pull it about a quarter inch. Which is 1/4. Okay. I'm also gonna group that one. So we'll pan it over a little bit. And we'll do it from the top, because if I do it from a different view, I might get some stuff in I don't need. All right, so by making them groups, then you can actually move and place these things around easily without struggling to. Once you put two objects together that's not grouped, they'll join together, and then that just creates all kinds of havoc and a painful situation that you probably don't want to have. So I'm gonna just kind of move that there, and I'm gonna grab it here. I'm gonna move it along the line. When I grab the center point of this one, I'm gonna put it in place, and the gap in between those two is 0.75. So I'm just gonna grab it and move my mouse. When I get up to 3/4 inch, I'm just gonna click. All right, so I'll make sure it's set in place. All right, so now our last thing we're gonna do is make the cross, and I'm gonna do that off to the side as well. And the cross is 5 inches square. Now, if you want to go through trying to figure out how big each one of those legs of that thing is, you're more welcome to do so. But it might be easier just to create a rectangle that's 5 inches square, and then make the cross. So do 5,5. All right. Now, the way I would do this, I would figure out what my little cuts are. Since the legs of it are 1.5 inches, that leaves 3.5 inches, which means that you divide that by 2, so you can do 1.75-inch boxes from each one of the corners. And this one you can actually lock in on it. And you, sometimes if you do that, you only need but one number. Well, we'll put both. Alright, so now, next I'm just gonna use my erase tool and just trim off all this excess that I don't need here. And it's gonna give me my little cross. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and use push pull. Make it a 1/4 of an inch also. This particular one, I'm gonna go ahead and color it before I group it together. So we know it's gonna be red. I'm just gonna do red on the face. You know, really no point of doing it all around. Alright, so again, I'm gonna group these together. Then I'm gonna put them in place. Alright, so same technique I used before. You can use the move tool. And you can grab it there and then move it along the edge here. And when it locks in, that's the middle point. So now you just simply go to the top and adjust it, which in this case will be, I think it's 1/4, if I'm not mistaken. Perfect. Alright, so that's the first A sign. Now, if you want to add color to the rest, um, you can, but what you have to do is double click on the component first and then change that color. So I'm not gonna make that because if I go, it's already white. So maybe I go with some metal. There we go. Alright, close group. Alright, and see, there's my first save sign. Now, when you get ready to print this, you're gonna print it from a top view. Make sure you get it in as much as possible, as close as possible, and as centered as possible. Then you go to make sure you give it a name. and a place to live. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the intro folder. Alright, so now I'm ready to print. Oh, there's two things. That's something I forgot. If I can move this out the way. Right in the way. Get to it. Alright, so I did want you to put one horizontal, one vertical dimension on it. That's what I wanted to do. Paper pen. Well, since this thing is kind of large, you can put it on the tabloid size. Then you're gonna print the PDF. And then that's what you will turn in. All right.